Good evening, Nancy. How are you doing this evening? Yes, I am doing very well. I know that in this evening you have many questions to ask, so whenever you are ready to begin, you may. Yes! If you are willing and give permission for me to connect your energy, then in one moment I will connect to this. Yes! What I wish for you to do, if you are willing to do this idea, is to look inside of your own self for the energy that lies within the center of your physical body. And in this specific center energy, you will push this outward. And as you are pushing this outward, push it past your physical body, and then have it push from the outside of your physical body continuously outward. And as you are doing this, place an intent within your own self for me to connect your energy, and in one moment I'll connect to this. Yes, one moment, please. Yes! Let us express, first of all, that within your own oversoul there are many entities that are reaching outward to you. They are connecting to you from their heart center to your heart center, and through your sleep state is where the majority of this communication lies. But there is also much communication that is from the areas that you would call semi-sleep state or astral projected state. Most of you would call this concept daydreaming. And within all of these connections, there are three entities that are sticking out, if you will, more so energetically. What we may express of this idea that the one that is connected most deeply to you is one that connects to you almost every evening in the dream state. And if you wish to connect to this entity more deeply, if you wish to connect to this entity with more energetic prowesses, then what you are able to do is connect from your own heart center to this entity's heart center. But before you go to sleep, using an intent-based meditation will help you very greatly. The way that you can do this is by closing your physical eyes, laying your physical body down as if you are going to sleep, and as you are laying there, begin to place an intent within each area of the physical body, relaxing this area of the body, letting each area go to sleep individually, starting at the physical bottom of your physical body, the toes, then the feet, then the ankles, the knees, the hips, the stomach, the back, chest, arms, fingers, neck, face, and the entire head. And if you are able to do this, then you will begin to express an idea or an intention. I wish to remind myself more of what is going on in the dream state. Because in the dream state, this is where the communication is most deep. You will place an intent to have a remembrance of this communication. You will also place an intent to connect more deeply within yourself in the dream state. In both of these mechanisms, the intent and the pre-meditative meditation, or pre-sleep meditation if you will, both of these will allow a greater energetic connection. Yes, you are very welcome. Yes! This idea is one in which your resonance with my own energy, with your connection through various oversoul groups, what you would call soul families or soul groups, with your resonance not only to the energy of the words that we speak and the information that we share, but also your resonance with the energy that I am within my own self. All of these things will help align a connection that is more fitting to connect. Yes! Before we move to this next question, let us express that when you think of me, when you connect to the energy that I am, when there is a concept of love towards myself, this energy itself will bring my energy to you. I am not the same way that many fourth density entities are, or even some in the six who believe that they should not separate consciousness and not break off portions of their consciousness. So I am able to distribute my own consciousness into many individuals at one time. I am able to have a similar connection as I am to the host in this moment to well over 14 entities all at once. And even as I am doing this, I am able to physically manipulate my own body and my own physical existence. Yes, this is very fun. Yes! If you are looking at the name that I carry, the full name that I carry, one that I have given to humanity for representation of my own energy, this would break down into 4 syllables: Treb, Bor, Yit, and Ne. And when you look at this name, it is broken down for several reasons. The very first reason is one that gives you a representation of where I am within the area of space-time that you would perceive. The very first portion, Treb, relates to my own family genealogy. It relates to all of the entities that are in my direct DNA lineage within my family. And when you look at this, the second syllable, Bor, this represents a concept that is of the quadrant of the planet in which I reside. There are 4 portions of the planet, 2 halves or 2 hemispheres that face the star at all times, 2 that do not face the star, and when you break each these into a quarter, this is a representation of a portion of the planet. This gives you an approximation of where upon my planet that I reside. And when you look at the name Yit, this is a full representation of our own planetary consciousness, the planet itself. And when you look at the word me, this represents the star. First, let us express that when you look at our system, you see the star that you would call Capella. This is not truly one star. It is 4 stars. And when you look at all 4 of these stars, there are 2 that are very large, much larger than your own sun. And there are 2 that are much smaller. The 2 that are smaller are red in color, and when you see the 2 red stars, I am within the largest of the 2 red stars, and when you look upon my own solar system, it incorporates 9 planets, and if you go to the 3rd planet in that star system, this is where I reside. And this is why the name Treb Bor Yit NE, as well as my own connection to the host with my energy as we connect through the oversoul, these are the 2 representations of this name. Yes, it is very exciting. Yes, this can be very possible. What I may express to you is that within my own race, our belief is that we are not able to physically manifest our physical bodies into your reality. We are able to physically, but we are not willing to do this until your collective is ready. There are many processes and steps that come with first contact of a race such as yourself. The very first step are entities who are more based in your physical appearance. This is why some of the entities that you would perceive as grey hybrids, ones that are portion grey and portion humanity, these entities look most as you, they are energetically connected most as you, and these entities are one of the very first candidates of open contact. In fact, for the previous 12 years, the race that is known as the Yaryel have been the #1 contenders. These entities are the highest probability of being first to connect to you. If humanity accepts this connection, if humanity does not fear this connection, and a open dialogue is then opened, then you will have acceptance for many more races. If this happens to a full extent, as well as the removing of the hatred or fear-based concepts towards reptilian entities, then our race would feel more than happy to connect you. Yes, and we are as well. Yes! Let us express one more thing to you before we disconnect in this evening. What I wish to express to you is that my own love and satisfaction for having spoke to you is very high, and I wish to express one last concept, that as we co-create an experience, as we co-create this conversation, we are both looking into portions of fractalized conscious that once we did not know existed. Although we are aware consciously of one another, although we have connected energetically, to connect in this way brings a representation of something that is in both of our own energy as a representation of the meeting that we're having. So what I am saying in this expression is because I have been able to connect you energetically in this strong fashion, such as we are doing now, I have now found a new portion of consciousness within myself, one that only me meeting you would be able to find. And for this I am very grateful as well. Yes, you are very welcome. With these ideas that I have expressed this evening, I will leave you this evening in love and in light, and we will connect again very soon. Yes, very good as well. Good night. So how'd it go?